Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. We are happy to have you in our kitchen. So some of you may be wondering where to start cooking African food from, and typically it's just about understanding the spices, understanding what to use what for, and you're good to go once you know the spices, and you can just get creative. Okay, today we're just talking about spices and how to flavor food. Okay, African food basically, it's about building flavors. It's all about building flavors from start to finish. You're building things, you're adding ingredients, and you're just building flavors, like I said. So let's just delve
First
in.
off, let me apologize for my sound because I switched microphones. Let's start with the white onions being the crunchiest, the juiciest, and the onion with the most water content, okay? It's good for finishing sauces, sandwiches, and salads. Now, the yellow adobo is good for seasoning of red meat, okay? And then we move on to the red onions. It doesn't look friendly, but it is, and it brings color to your food as much as it brings flavor. Now, my favorite, pepper them. All the bad belly people. Okay, so this cayenne pepper brings you the African nature to your food. It brings the sun all the way from Africa onto your plate, wherever that plate is. Okay, so you may want to experiment with that. And then we have one of my favorite cloves. It has high oxidant property, like it's good for oxidative stress, and I mean this cloves can go a long way to treat some chronic disorders, and also it brings a nice aroma to your food. Okay, now let's move on to shrimp cubes. Now these are tasty and they are good for seasoning and sauces, but be warned, they have high sodium content. Let's come to our grain of paradise, Efom wisa. Now Efom wisa is good for seasoning red meats, like making kebab and suya. You can also use it to flavor your juices and porridges. Sobo, lotan, marine, lamuji, hausa, cocoa. Those are the things you can use it for. It also helps with indigestion. It's used as a weaker form of aphrodisiac, and it helps to induce milk in lactating mothers. So more milk for our babies. Garlic is essential for seasoning meat and spicing up sauces, and it helps with respiratory disorders. Okay, so our black pepper may look a lot like the Ashanti pepper, but it's not. The Ashanti pepper is high in vitamin C and it's really good to boost your immune system. The black pepper works well with ginger. Now, it helps to alleviate nausea when steaming meat and cooking stews, preparing fish, and just gives it a cheeky taste. Like it's not so hot and it's not so flat, and it's really good for juices also. Now the Bible rightly says we are the salt of the world. If you don't agree with that, you may want to ask the gods if you find them. Salt is not all that good for your body, but it just helps to elevate all the other ingredients you've been putting in your food. So you can do away with it, or you can add just a little bit, but you can add a little bit. Now, petite bell pepper. These peppers, don't underestimate them. They're very hot. They look cute and succulent, like some nice grape juice or something. I don't know, but they're very hot. Okay, they have high flavor. They have good aroma. They're hot. We have here our grain of selim, also known as Hwentia, which can be used in porridges, soup, juices. Now this can be bitter, so you have to use it sparingly. Also, back in the days, it was used as contraceptive. Okay, I don't know why I'm so excited about that. So anise is similar in taste or flavor as the fennel seed, the thyme seed, the rosemary, star anise, and it's used in steaming meat, preparing soup, barbecue. Trust me, anything with pepper and meat and fish and all the protein, you can drop some anise in there. It won't go bad. Trust me on that. on to Calabash Nutmeg. Now these babies have been roasted to exaggerate their aroma. They can be overpowering, so you don't want to use a lot in making your dish. About 3 to 4 grains is enough for a pot of soup, like a large pot of soup. This can make your food very unique, so I call them my secret weapon. Okay, they make your dishes stand out and make people ask them for more. And they're just nice. They're not sharp as the regular nutmeg, but they can overshadow. Now to our orange adobo. This is essentially used for seafood. It already has spices infused in it, so it's just to exaggerate some of the taste you've already built so far. It also has salt, so I would advise that you use it before you actually use the salt, because you can easily screw up your food with this. Yellow or brown onion has a high sulfur and sugar content, which makes it very strong in flavor and aroma. I'm excited to use this onion because I feel it's the grandmother of all onions.
This is a nice spice organizer. Okay, but because you're talking about African spices, there are so many spices that it's not on this 18 reel of spices. So I had to go ahead and go the extra mile of getting all the other spices. Now people may confuse the fennel seeds for the anise seeds. Now anise is known for its ability to cure cough and flu and inflammations and all that. Now pressure, look at that. The fennel seed helps with blood pressure, so you're not just cooking food, you're giving your body good fuel. And now look at this. So now this looks like a little star. You know, if you see it, it just looks like a little star in there. Okay, you see it? Okay, so this seed right here is the star anise. Okay, helps with stomach cancers and stomach ulcers and stuff like that. So I mean, and it's really nice when you use it for beverages. It just pops the taste out. I don't know how to tell you, but it pops the taste out. It pops the flavor out, and it gives it an exciting taste. I don't know why about it. It just gives you. It's just a taste of home. It just smells so nice. Now this too, okay, they're two different things, two different plants. Look at them. They are from two different plants. Okay, don't confuse them. This is star anise and this is anise. Okay, and my people call it inkite. So this is inkite and this is like star spices. That's what we call it. Okay, and this one looks like inkite, but it's not inkite. This is Fennel Seed. It's big now. I said inkite. When I was growing up, I used to call this inkite's brother. This is Rosemary. A nice soupy taste. It's good for your soups. So you typically use your rosemaries for soup and spicing of meat and stuff like that. If you're spicing meat, this is the basic spices you should go for.
In preparing stew, these are my go-to spices. You are not seeing fresh ginger because for this video I use powdered ginger. I'll first start off with my red onion and then work through the spices slowly whilst trying to build flavor. I'll finish it off with my yellow onions and my petite bell pepper because they give it a nice aroma, and I want my onions crunchy at the end. When I'm preparing soup, these are the ingredients I use. Let me clear something. If you're using the Calabash nutmeg, just leave out the nutmeg. it becomes redundant. So first I'll start with my onion again and then work slowly through the ingredients, really slow, trying to build nice flavor. And then for my soup, I like the shrimps, the fresh shrimps, because it makes everything richer and nicer and makes it really cool. And then I like the Hwentia because, not that I'm using it for contraceptive, but it's good for the stomach. When baking African cookies or pastries, these are like the go-to spices. I have my cinnamon, my nutmeg, my star anise, the grain of selim, the Hwentia, and then the calabash nutmeg. And there's cloves, and not forgetting my favorite, ginger. Well, not my favorite, but I do like ginger a lot. And so these are the things to use when baking something African. Not at had fast, you can play with them. So my love for food started with beverages, African beverages, and so I'm so passionate about it. These are my go-to spices for African beverages. You can play with them. You don't have to use all these in one beverage. Just try and make it work. The new additions are the mint, the dried mint, and then you have the grain of paradise, and then the Ashanti pepper and the black pepper. You can just play with these babies and you will not be surprised or you will not regret it. That's what I mean. Thank you for staying with me. This is the end.
If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel or give me thumbs up, share the video, comment if you know something about the spice that I didn't share or I didn't add. Please feel free to comment. And also, if you'd like to work with me or do a collab with me, I'm open. My doors are open. You can send me an email and then we'll find out how to do that. Okay,